Sup. Okay, so our next goal is to work our colony over to here, to the unknown abandoned facility. In fact, let's just go ahead and take a research outpost. Blocked? Blocked sector? Do I need to scan out there? Whatever. Alright, so I'm going to largely work my way this way. And the biggest goals that I want to make sure that I accomplish is that I'm collecting enough water and food for our colonists that are roving in 100 humans at a time. 185 out of 150. Okay. 203 out of 250. Did I get a deposit of humans? I did. Entrance to Earth. Great. I'm just going to build another outpost. Another colony, excuse me. Alright, let's... I gotta kill that music. The music is just annihilating me. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Incoming.
Amy, Nathan here. Do you copy?
There is some noise, but I can copy. Go ahead.
Our tracking and data relay satellites are still compromised. We've re-examined every single component, but haven't been able to identify the problem yet.
Maybe it is interference from space that is impacting the satellite operations. Solar flares or radiation damage are probable causes.
Yes, it's possible. We're working on some new designs that can hopefully withstand space weather a little more. But meanwhile, continue recording all your actions when we're offline. I'm sure we'll find a solution soon.
Shall I proceed with launching the additional satellites to help with this issue?
That would be helpful, but how would it affect your mission progress?
It would cause a deviation from the mission.
I'm busy, man.
We'll take care of it on our side then. You just stay focused. By the way, Commander Valentine mentioned that you had reason to explore SA-9. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Foster. We may have located some external resources that could assist the mission.
Roger. I've gone over it with ISA administration, and they've granted permission to unlock the sector. First, you'll need to research the launch control satellite technology. Then you can enter your orbital view and launch a control satellite into SA-9. Go ahead when ready. Houston out.
Alright, there's new things I can build. Launch control satellite. How do I do that? I don't know how to launch control satellite. Alright. Okay, so... So, I'm building a scanner here. I have a little worker bot here. Looks like we are full on traffic bots. Alright, worker hubs. So we have... Is this a worker hub? Great. Let's build another one here. And let's build our farthest out worker hub to here. There's no maintenance and no power. That's totally fine because we have an in-progress maintenance hub here. Whatever. Whoa, whoa. And I killed the audio because I couldn't handle that music. Worker hub. Power. Nice. I'm just going to really extend far down this way. Let's go ahead and 8x this. More chemical plants. Because again, the big thing, the big danger that I want to avoid is running out of my base resources. Improve roads! Very nice. Very cool. Batteries, thank you. Research. Because I want to get enough batteries to be able to, you know, survive through some sort of windstorm thing that happens. We're getting big. We're getting substantive. Right now I feel like there's no problem. There's no struggle. Oh, you need some power? Sure. Here's our maintenance grid. Some things are a little bit on the edge. That's okay. Solar farm, solar farm, solar farm. Jeremy Taylor says, normally I'll watch your VODs 2x speeds, and listening to you talk normally feels really slow. Can you talk real fast to make this more comfortable, exclusively for me? I can absolutely do that, Jeremy Taylor. It's not a big deal. I'm used to talking really, really quickly, so. There you go. I actually find that when I watch a lot of YouTube VODs or actually anything educational, I listen to at 2x speed until I don't understand what's happening, and then I like 1x it. And then I constantly find 1x speed like way too slow, man. See, right now, I feel like there's no restrictions and lots of waiting. That's what I feel like is happening here. 19 out of 18. Nice. Alright. Traffic. What do we think? How many times do you rewind a bit to figure out what you missed? Oh yeah, I always slow down to a dead stop. Sometimes I actually pause the video and try to repeat out loud what it is that I think that I'm learning. So it looks like we actually have all the resources that we need except for aluminium. Running a little bit low on that garbage. I mean, like, please go to time 16 speed. I mean, I really don't feel like there's anything going on right now. Sacriel says, ooh, I had my eye on this. How is it, S-Dog? Well, good afternoon to you, Sacriel, where it is you're literally in the afternoon, or the late afternoon at least. I really enjoyed my first 2 hours, but I'm kind of hitting a point right now where I'm feeling almost an existential angst, where I'm like, why am I doing anything right now? What's the point? There's not really any restrictions that are being imposed upon me, or it doesn't feel like there's any, like, puzzle or pickle or any such thing that I'm working on. So we're just smashing down structures. Aluminum mine and a carbon mine. I mean, I don't see a reason not to just build on top of all this stuff and just store it. Yeah. It's 3:30 p.m. Oh, shit. You're West Coast Canada. That's amazing. Dude, my God, we're on each other's schedules now. It's going to be amazing. Like, are you going to be live later? Can I host you tonight? It's going to be incredible. Alright. I guess I'll build maintenance. Right there. Working my way towards this. Keeping my normal times for now, so I start at 4 a.m. RIP. Oh my God, you're getting ready for bed! Gotta go to bed at 6 p.m. so I can get up at 3 a.m. and get to work on time. Shit, man. Yeah, see, like right now, it's just a waiting game for me. We have up to 350 population that we can withhold. Looks like people are being born. Just gonna go ahead and make a colony farm right here, and that's totally fine. Battery, let's do new research. Okay, what do we want to do? Additional landing sites. What's this do? It's biotech. What's colony level 2? Why not? Let's get more colonists going in this. Yeah, so Sakura, have you played Factorio? Have you played the Factorio? cable like 3 years ago before it got insane. Okay, so what I liked with Factorio is that your problem would be, how do I automate this present tense thing?
This will be a nice upgrade for the
And I'll
colonies.
tell you more about that
They
in a
will
second.
be able to fit more people.
EGPG. I'm getting close to my building limit. I might want to research more engineering. Yeah, but like, you know, there was that struggle of like, how do I automate the stuff that I want to automate? How do I do that? And then you'd get through the automation process, and then you'd get to the next thing that you'd want to do, and you would try to figure out how to automate that. But right now, I'm just like building the shit out of everything that I want with no restriction or no planning. That's kind of what I feel like is my thing. I'm doing this 100%. Building plus 200.
Colonists have been migrating back to Earth. I should check.
Is this colony... Oh.
The food and water levels. If the levels
shit.
are too low, the colonies cannot sustain growth. I need to stay alert.
Yeah, we should probably get more water here. Yeah, because I mean, like, okay, so here is a very minor problem that I'm encountering right now. I want to make sure that I can have enough water. So I go here, I try to find some water, and I build a water collector, and, oops, water collector. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's a sandstorm. Oh, shit. Stores excess power and releases it if needed. Very nice. What is the size of these batteries, huh? Let's build it right over here, where there's not a lot of stuff. Now, I don't know if this is anything like Factorio, but I want to make many, many, many batteries, man. Batteries, 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 batteries. I liked how everything in Factorio
We have
was
reached
motivated
the
by
second
a
stage
problem.
of engineering. We are making great progress.
No, we haven't. We have not reached the second stage of engineering. We have not. We're halfway done. Okay, so let's look at our maps. Traffic is doing okay ever since I gridified everything. We should probably get another storage facility. Everything's powered up. We lack some things. Some things don't have maintenance. Such as this one single solar farm, but who gives a shit about that, huh? Watch this. I'm just going to build a better solar farm location. Bang! And we're scanning. And see, yeah, there's going to be a lot of iron down here. I guess the colonists are going to be the biggest problem coming up, huh? Are there other factions you're against? Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge at all. Oh yeah, water. Why can I not collect this? Too close? To this maintenance facility? Oh shit. Ditch it. Alright, what else is going on? Excellent. Buildings plus 200. Fastest roads. What's a fission plant do? Provides energy via good old nuclear fission? It's uranium mine, wind farm, don't care about that. Improves mine technology to increase production yields. Oh shit, yes. How are you liking the game so far? This part is kind of crested a little bit into, it feels a bit meaningless. I'm just sort of building up for the sake of building up. I don't have any sort of goal in mind. Ship it. And that's kind of like, Dawn of Wars does not spoil anything, but the game expands in scope and problem as the story progresses. I mean, it's feeling like a lot of, like, you know, it's like whatever. How do I know? Okay, let's just go to power. Production and consumption. How can I tell how much has been stored? What did I just click on? What is this button? Upgrade ways? What is that? What does that mean? What does it mean? Okay. Need to raise the temperature, top left circle on UI. What? For upgrading the roads. Okay, wait. I have to manually click on each road? Oh, that's that. I don't want to do that at all. Okay, let's hit this. Okay, so I can click on like this, and then I can upgrade the ways. Oh my god. Oh no. I really am not interested in doing this gameplay-wise. Alright, but let's do it. Okay. Okay. Upgrade this. F1. Click. Upgrade. I can't get it to upgrade the road that I want it to upgrade. Okay. Click. Upgrade. F1. Upgrade ways. I want to upgrade this road, and I can't get it to. Okay, there. Can we upgrade? There's a red road going somewhere. F1. Click this. Hit upgrade. Click this. This is like one of the worst UX experiences I have ever had. Let's appreciate the fact that I unlocked Colony 2. Okay? You know what happened when I unlocked Colony 2? My colonies just became upgraded, I think. It says basic colony with capacity. Oh, they didn't? Oh, I have to upgrade like this. Alright. Holy shit. Is it doing it? Okay, so these are now upgrading. Upgrading. Okay. However, if I want to upgrade roads, what I have to do is I have to click on the F1, and I can see that this has a little red line going through it. So then what I need to do is I need to click on a structure that's attached to that red line, hit upgrade ways, hit F1 to open this back up, click on this. Why is it not... There we go, now it's upgrading it. Okay. So, like, what would be nice is if I could hover over the road, click, and upgrade. Because, like, you know, if I click on one of these colonies... and I want to upgrade it, I just click on the colony and click upgrade, and then I'm done. You don't need to hit F1? Well, how am I going to see what the road that's problematic is? Because, like, right here, I see that this road is red. So if I click this and I want to upgrade a road, first of all, I don't see any of the roads until I actually click on a specific one. But then I hit F1 and I have to, like, after hitting F1, click on the... Oh my god, I mean, that's horrible. Oh my god, I don't want to do this at all. I want to let everyone just die. I want to let everyone suffer. I don't want to do that. Oh no. Life is pain. Yeah. It's because it's expensive. Look at costs. Well, so here's how I would push back upon that thing. Which is, if you make the declaration, upgrading roads is going to cost enough that we want to give player the individual control over it. You got to make the UX better than that. I mean, like, okay, so let me explain a little bit about the emotional arc that I'm going through. Game began, there were problems that it gave me, such as build structure X, like right here. Build structure X. And then I had to go, okay, I need to build this thing. Man, why is it not building? Oh my god, I need to get more iron. Is there an iron mine nearby? Okay, it's down here. Let me build that. Oh shit, it doesn't have power. Okay, let me build power to it. Okay, now it's powered. Now I'm getting enough iron to be able to build this next structure. Okay, the structure's done. Ugh. I loved that. That was great. And I feel like there's two important pieces to this statement. One is the goal. The second is the problems along the way. Build this thing. Holy shit, I don't have iron. If I build here, it's not powered, so I gotta build power, but I need enough resources to make that, and that I've done that. Okay, now I'm collecting iron, but I don't have enough workers to manage everything around, so let me try to do this. Let me build more worker hubs, but shit, now I need to make more workers. How do I do that? Let's make a factory to make workers. Okay, so now I have enough workers to be able to, boom, get the research of that structure that I need. Goal finished. Notice, in terms of sentences, the amount of time I spent on the problem-solving process. Very nice. What I've experienced since coming back from the break is that I don't really feel like I have any problems that I'm trying to solve, really. I'm just like, alright, let me just make sure I have enough water. Click factory build, water, 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 water. I mean, all I'm looking at these is saying, if they're low, I guess I'll go for it, and then let me just smash out as many thingies as I can. Is this not even finished? Why is this not broken into a different territory with a worker hub? Anyways. Yeah, so I'm not really feeling like there's problems that I'm solving, per se. Yeah, why is this sector also not broken up if I have two worker hubs here? Anyways. So, I feel like since I got back, I have a goal, but I don't have any problems. I have a goal, but I don't have any problems. And now, I'm like, oh, okay, I got an upgrade. Let me, like, improve the roads. And the UX is, like, so tedious. Snar says, you don't have them staffed? I should. I have 25 workers and 25 hubs. Right? I don't understand why it's not happening. But anyways, like, I'm hitting this thing where I'm like, I don't know what the problems are that I'm supposed to be solving, other than extreme tedium. F1. Click ways. Click a thing. Go. F1. Where are more hubs that are red? There's also what appear to be latitude and longitude lines that are showing here that I think are conflating with roads. Electric clears, you still have two directives for what it's worth. Yeah, no, that's why I was delineating between goals and problems. I have a goal, investigate the abandoned silo. It's right there. But I don't feel like I have any problems. I'm just like, building these out, waiting for them to finish, building more out, waiting for them to finish, building more out, waiting for them to finish, building more out, waiting for them to finish. And now this upgrading road thing is actually making me go, ugh, I don't even know if I want to go on. It's already upgrading. Oh, fuck it, man. No, mine's level 2. Do I have to go to, like, each of my mines and upgrade them? Ugh. Ugh. Inside the one to magnifying glass in your base?
A mine upgrade will allow me to extract resources faster. They will also require less maintenance. A win-win.
Wait, where's the silo in SA9? Where is this? Is this it? Where's the silo in SA9? I thought this was this. The unknown abandoned facility. Yeah, this is the abandoned. You know, this is the abandoned silo. Yeah, no, I had it right. Because it says abandoned facility, and then here it says abandoned silo. So I was like, oh my gosh! But like, you zoom in, and this is very clearly a missile silo. Launch control satellite. So the thing I need to be able to do this is... Huh. Arkiel says, sorry if I missed this, but heads up, you can upgrade more than one road connection at once. Oh my god, tell me how. Holy crap, tell us, tell us, tell us. Is there a resource there, or is this just unpowered? Hi. Well, I can do an entire route, so I can like click here and click like over to here, and I mean, it's hard to get the fine-tuned control that I want. Oh man. Ah. All right, so I guess in the meantime, let me just upgrade stuff. You. Oh wait, mines. We're still upgrading this. Yeah, yeah, so this, like, I literally feel like I had this, like, rapid up-ramp and joy, and I'm having a rapid... Also, how do you tell which rows are upgraded and which aren't? I don't know at all. You actually, I guess... Oh, yeah, like that. You can see that they're bigger and better roads. When you're looking at the traffic screen, you can't tell at all. So you kind of got to flicker like this. Don't forget, in the buildings menu where you can mass upgrade and such. I had no idea. So if I go to colonies, how do you do this? Colonies. Because I see a 1 and I see a 2. Click on the buildings in the bottom left. So you click like this. Then I can click on something like mines and so I went to colonies. There's tabs. Okay, click on the buildings in the bottom left. So I click on here. So I could like select like this and then upgrade. Okay. Okay. I will point to the like RTS or what's the name of that game? They Are Billions, where you can just like double click on a thing and it selects all the buildings of that type, or you can make a box and it selects all the buildings of the type, and you just hit upgrade all and it just kind of does that. I don't think that multiple selection is a thing here, I think. Yet. Can't seem to be able to find it. Alright, so I mean... Huh. See, Electric Claire says I played this game for 10 hours and I never found that. They need a menu like that for roads. I actually think there needs to be a roads upgrading UI. So like, here's the emotional pickle I find myself in. Well, first of all, I'll be very blunt about an emotional pickle. I like, could not sleep last night. I got up, like, 6 times last night and only slept for, like, 6 hours total. So I'm already feeling like medium difficulty tasks are very hard difficulty tasks. But I find that really tense and challenging and difficult problems wake my brain up and get me excited and eager to solve them and overcome them. Lee says, "You're Pickle Rick." I'm just Pickle Sean. I don't even have a cool rhyme. The payoff is not incredible. I have this issue right now where I'm looking and I have just like a bunch of resources. And it feels like a bunch. I feel like there's no problem in front of me other than build stuff and wait and build stuff and wait and build stuff and wait, and this is gonna get here. And I feel kind of tuned out now. I mean, I guess I'll just build. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's build the hubs. Build more hubs. Yeah, I'm just gonna daisy chain them. What's our scan? That's fine. I'm gonna do this and just let it build a bit. This will probably connect. Let this shit build. Woo! Woo! Yeah, so now I'm like, alright, let's build shit. Space. I'll do this, because why not? Alright, I'm gonna make myself build down to here before I quit. Scanner. I'm gonna build another scanner here too. Scanner! That's what the current spaceport is doing. Yeah, I mean, let's wait till, you know, let's Unlock Sector 9. Launch a satellite and unlock Sector 9.
The first step of many in creating new space technology.
Alright, I'm gonna build another spaceport too. Yeah, because this is what I mean is I'm just like, alright, build another spaceport. Like, I don't know, here. I want my spaceport limit. Okay. Dum da 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 dum. Bum, ba-dum, ba. You can't change spaceport tasks while the rocket is bringing colonists to or from Mars, which is pretty irritating. You seem bored. Yeah, that's exactly kind of how I'm feeling. I've been describing it as like a lean back moment because I wouldn't describe it as like full. I think boredom is inaccurate, but I feel like I'm waiting for a challenge. I'm waiting for problems. I'm just kind of waiting around. And if the solution is, Sean, just 16x speed it, I'm just sort of like, Spaceport limit times 2. I don't know, this is fine. Build another one of those, that way we can get another task added into here. Well, I'll be damned. Alright, let's just daisy chain the power. You know, I like a lean back moment. Lean back, I feel like, is the right term for this. Because I thought the first 2.5 hours were fantastic. I really thought they were fantastic. Oh my god, it's Trista Ray, the legend. The absolute legend. The powerful and noble hero of our time, Trista Ray. How are you? How's your day going? I got nothing going on right now, so I can fully focus on you.
I look forward to being able to create bases across the planet.
That's not true. Bite Hammer says, it sucks to say this, but the game really opens up later. If you hang in there, it's totally worth it. You know, I can do that with shit TV. I can watch like 2 terrible seasons and get to season 3 and be like, yeah, sure, it's, I can endure some stuff. But there's something about right now, in this particular instance, where I'm just like, if nothing happens, it's fine. I'll build a mine. Oh yeah, I can upgrade my stuff. I forgot. Too far, no maintenance. Not true. Invest in a Snuggie. Oh, is that the blanket with... Sheriff, come here. Hi. My god, it's my cat. I'm gonna upgrade something in engineering because factory's level 2. Yeah, that seems fine. All right, so let's now go to let's do this. Structure menu, mines. Select. Damn. Alright, here we go. Get there, everybody. Yeah, it's just so painful. Dirkberg Actions. I think I lucked out by accidentally ignoring the silo until after I did a bunch of terraforming. The game does some of that opening up in response, and I spent much less time in this phase. Trishray says, it solves the issue where you want to shitpost somewhere, but it's warm under the blanket and you don't want to remove your arms from under it. This truly is a lot of drama. This happens to me in the mornings when I wake up in my bed and think, rather than getting out of this, I'm going to waste up to 90 minutes just reading dumb comments on Reddit. But then I have to, like, pull my arms outside of the blanket and hold my phone like this. It would be so great if I could just, like, snuggie my way through it. That's incredible. It expects you to concentrate on terraforming. Is that so? So I'm supposed to go here. Terraforming stage 1. All right, let's go to our research. Where's terraforming stage 1? Is this it? Am I doing it? Greenhouse gas factory. Very nice. Alright, nice. Goes on the shell, says, isn't a robe just a reverse Snuggie? Yes. Except it doesn't have as powerful branding. So I'm upgrading all of my stuff. Nice. If we look at the traffic, suddenly... Oh my god. Mein Gott. Alright, so let's upgrade some of these roads by clicking on this, hitting the up button, clicking here, clicking on this, hitting the up button, hitting F1, hitting the up button, clicking here, clicking on this, hitting F1, clicking the up button, clicking here, clicking on this, F1, clicking this button, clicking here, clicking this, hitting F1, clicking this, clicking here. Yeah, alright. Woo! What a rush. Oh, these are... Is this the main objective, I think? Right now it's minus 50 degrees out here, which is, I dare say, quite not good. Fully narrated 8 p.m. That's the way to do content. Click on this, up arrow, click on this, hit F1. Click on this, hit up arrow, click this, F1. Click this, F1, click, click. Ooh, Tristray brings up a great point. My robe isn't long enough to cover my feet unless I curl into a ball. My god, the Snuggie has cornered the market on cozy shit posters. Man. Today is the kind of day where I just want to shit post. I just want to, like, go onto a stream and be like, you're playing your hero wrong. And it doesn't even matter what the game is, because you'll note that that's kind of a universal phrase to apply to RPGs, MOBAs, you know, first-person shooters with classes, you know, all this shit. It's really, 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 really effective. Oh, we're all unable to do maintenance. But, you know, I just don't care. Find stuff. Do we sing backwards? We may have, Cray. Does my sync look worse? Does my sync look worse? I may have making a mistakey. Wait, did I? Whoops. There we go. What about now? Trash it. Great. Perfect. Look, it fixed itself. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to go to my technology. Actually, can I just stop this upgrade? Can I just... No, I actually can't.
Researching upgrades for the factories will increase their yield and lower maintenance costs.
I feel like right now nothing matters. I made a scout building. Can you actually switch to this shit? Biotech? Did I do it? Greenhouse gas factory? Nice. Oh, I can just do like... Oh! Switching it up now. So I know that there's a couple of people that have played way more than I have of this game. Did you encounter this sort of little Froundar period that I'm in?
Biological technologies are a crucial part of the terraforming plan. It is wise to get started on this research.
Hi, Sheriff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's my little tiny brown, little spotted cat. Yeah. All right. If you want to start terraforming process, do the polar dust tech. Yeah, what does polar dust do? Because I'm doing greenhouse gases. Scatter black dust for the Martian poles to reduce the planet's albedo. That doesn't mean anything outside of shader programming. Like, albedo has never been used by a normal person. No one that doesn't work with shaders ever uses the word albedo. Dirt Brick Actions actually ran into an issue where things were progressing so fast, dialogue started playing out of order. You don't spend a lot of time with planetary scientists. That's true. That's true. We are scanning. We have scanned 2% of the world. That's crazy, because I mean, it sure looks like I'm scanning a lot more. Who's ready to pound out some greenhouse gases? Ooh, yeah, I love greenhouse gases. Look, it's Texas right there. You know, this does kind of look like a rhino horn and rhino reins. This is very cool. Oh, we don't have any power, huh? Well, you know, what can you do?
Soon, I will be able to pump greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This will not be difficult. The humans already did it to Earth, after all. As we release greenhouse gases, the planet's temperature will rise. Then the dry ice caps will dissipate. More CO2 encourages rising temperatures. Just the runaway effect we need.
Oh, I didn't even... There's no roads here. That's friggin' hilarious. Rover, I deleted the VOD from yesterday. I uploaded it to YouTube. Sorry for the inconvenience. I accidentally just revealed some... Very nice. Greenhouse gas factory time. Let's upgrade this. Let's just smash out some colonists. Alright, let's just build a bunch of stuff right by... How about right by where our spaceports are? Who doesn't love greenhouse gas? And then what happens? Prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. Uh-oh. Everything's gonna shut down soon. Hey, look at that. There's a little chemical thing, like right there. Can I, like build a little chemical plant like
Level
right here?
2
That's too
biotechnology
close?
achieved. Still a way to go.
Doing this. We have just the most negative power there ever were. We have some batteries that, you know. Alright. Alright. Are we doing it? Are we producing some of this? Kind of funny to see little resources all darting around. Out here on the Rhino tusks, we really see that got some maintenance issues. Have built this directly on top of that. Kind of sucks, but you know. The price we pay for progress, huh? Is our temperature increasing? Are we doing it? Oh yeah. Well, this is great. What happens when the polar ice caps melt, man? Let's I want to see this action go down. Uh-oh. Looks like a dinosaur skull. It really does. Very, very cool. Look at this. Look at this. Temperature's rising. Oh. 100 months. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Woo! Oh, it looks like it's like what's happening in America. Excellent.
Stage 3 engineering technologies will be very useful.
Brah, brah.
Amy, this is Houston.
Go ahead, Dr. Foster.
Mars's orbit is intersecting comet debris soon. Expect a meteor shower shortly.
Should I anticipate damage at the base?
Yes, you'll need to stay alert until Mars builds up an atmosphere to counteract the meteors. For now, you should take precautions to keep damage to a minimum.
Huh.
Then I will secure the power supply. The entire base is dependent on uninterrupted power.
That's the damn
I will
truth.
need to have enough power batteries to sustain the base.
Sounds like a good plan.
Will this jeopardize
Is this
the
outside of
mission?
maintenance range?
No. You'll be able to fix whatever damage may occur. This is only the first of many challenges you'll face. But you are equipped to respond and adapt to any situation. I made sure of that.
Roger. Thank you, Dr. Foster.
Well, you're welcome. Houston out.
All right. All right, so I mean, this temperature is rising real fast. I need to make sure that I'm not going to be... Oh, I'm like running so low on purple chemical. Uh-oh. Well, we got some purple chemical stuff here. Where is our research scanning showing purple chemical juice? All right, all purple chemical juice is right down here. No problem. Mine for purple chemicals, please. Thank you very much. Hey,
Amy,
Dr.
this is
Foster.
Houston. Do you copy?
I copy, Nathan.
Congratulations on raising Mars's temperature. The next phase is imminent. Houston out.
CO2 trapped in polar ice has been liberated. Conditions are right for stage 2. Create an atmosphere by releasing CO2 trapped in the regolith. Keep with the plan and terraform Mars.
That takes care of the dry ice on the poles. And I did it without using any nuclear missiles. Being able to complete the mission without damaging the planet is a great achievement. The next milestone is reaching an atmospheric pressure of 300 millibars. Mars has reached minus 50 degrees Celsius, the turning point. The dry ice caps have almost completely dissipated.
So
It
you the
has to
planet?
mean something.
All right.
This is a big milestone. Something to celebrate for sure. Though it may take some time to get used to seeing pools of water appearing on Mars. And this new atmosphere, rich in CO2.
All right.
Houston here.
Hello.
We have confirmed the disappearance of the polar ice caps. Terraforming stage 1 is complete.
It is insane that
Congratulations,
eventually
Amy.
that is
You
how
have
our
made
tech will work.
Incredible progress.
Where we're like, hell yeah, we
If you
completely
continue
changed the
raising
planet.
planet's temperature,
Nice.
you'll trigger the release of CO2 trapped in the deep regolith. You'll need to raise the atmospheric pressure to 300 millibars. That'll make living on the surface much easier for the colonists.
So many millibars.
What are your suggestions for raising the atmospheric pressure?
Aerobraking is a good one. It involves
Fill
guiding
the
asteroids into
atmosphere
upper
with
layers of
balloons.
the planet's atmosphere. This causes them to burn up and subsequently release their gases into the air. Certainly plenty of asteroids to choose from out there. We'd like for you to aim with the ones with CO2 deposits, of course. That'd be one way to increase the density of Mars's atmosphere.
Excellent. Fission plant research.
Aerobraking sounds like it could be dangerous.
No, not necessarily. though it is a technique that requires lots of planning and careful execution. Plenty of other methods to choose from. You'll find them all in your tech tree panel. Whatever you decide, just make sure to take everything into account. The mission depends on it. Keep up the good work. Houston out.
Can I just make a factory that just does that shit for me? Is it an oxygen release plant? Is that what I want to do? Wait, I need to finish researching this shit. And then, let's see. Okay. So am I, like, no longer increasing the total pressure? I'm smashing out some... Unlock Sector 9. Let's add this. Can we add this? We need to unadd something, I guess.
The atmospheric pressure has reached 50 millibars. A change like this can be perceived in a number of ways. This is new for Mars. An unnatural state.
Okay, so I want to talk about the lack of problems, because I feel like I want more problems, and I want to differentiate between the telling me of the goals and the telling me of the way to overcome the problem. So, like, if we're in a game and the game says, here is an enemy. The enemy is now going to throw a punch. Hold this button to block. Okay, cool. The enemy is now going to do a strong punch. This will break your block. Punch him before he completes your strong punch, or before he completes a strong punch, because then that way you can interrupt him, which you couldn't have done if you were just blocking, right? This is like a tutorial, in a sense. But if the game says, here's a brand new enemy with unique attack patterns, kill him. This happens in Sekiro, this happens in Dark Souls, this happens in lots of games where you start to just, or like the Hollow Knight, any game with like basic combat, you start to go like, oh, okay, cool. And then that's the gameplay. The gameplay is the act of working through the problem of how do I defeat this particular new enemy. Where the hell was I going with this? I can feel my focus withering away. And the problems in this, I can imagine things like, I need to get to this new technology to complete my mission goal. And getting to that technology, there is some resource-based problem that's happening. I don't have any of that. Like, right now, I just have a lot of all the stuff. And I feel like, more significantly, I am surrounded by the resources. And if I need to go out and find more resources, I'm just going to spam these scanners down and just start, like, hunting for more of them and just, like, rapidly expand. And if I actually just close this for a moment, get me out of here. Oh, I have to select a research? Alright, whatever. This one. I feel like if I was, like, low on building limits, or if I was cramped in population and all this stuff, I feel like that would start to be more interesting to me. But, like, I have access to all the resources. See, DP Causes, man, I had the opposite problem I first played. No aluminum anywhere. Yeah, because, I mean, like that would actually be interesting to me if I were restricted on any of these axes. And I feel like making sure I'm always restricted in some regard makes it interesting. And I'll compare this to something that's happened to me in a lot of sort of action RPG games where you up-ramp in power. There was, in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is a very old game, super, super old, there is a weapon called the Chrysogrim. And like a lot of the times with weapons in Castlevania, they kind of go whoosh. or you go, and then you kind of have like a cooldown where you can't attack again. So you're trying to like look at what the enemies are doing and then get in there and attack, and then you can't move, and then you back up, and then you attack, and then you have like a backdash. The Chrysogrim, you just hit the attack button, and blades fly out from you. It doesn't slow you, it doesn't interrupt your movement, and you can hit it as fast as you want. It's way the strongest weapon in the game. And when you get it, you're no longer playing a game where you're paying attention to what anyone's doing. You're just wandering around, and you're just like smashing the button. And I feel like maybe you've had this happen in some of your RPGs where you're trying to think through and manage your limited mana, and then you get to level 99 and every single enemy gets one shot by you. So combat's no longer interesting. I'm in this situation where I feel like the game said, here's all the resources you can generate, here's all the factories and stuff you need to do, and you need to get colonists, and here's research you need to do, and I feel like I have infinite of all the stuff. As an example, when I didn't even quite realize that this terraforming build-up stage 2 was a quest, and I think that was just my misunderstanding, which is fine. You know, I eventually went, oh, okay, I gotta do some terraforming, and I make CO2. So you know what I did? I built an arbitrary number of factories and didn't care fucking at all. Why 6? I don't know, just 6. And I'm like clicking on chemicals, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably build more of those puppies. And now that I've like hit this limit and this thing's kind of going up, it's like, okay, so I need to make... Do I make more CO2? Because they said CO2? Alright, well, I just went to biotech, and look at this. This can convert... this can convert CO2 to O2. Whoops. Collide a comet to Mars to release a surge of kinetic energy. There it is. Alright. Introduce external water into Mars by guiding an ice asteroid into the atmosphere. I think aerobrake methane asteroid. There it is. Okay, so I found the thing, so I click this, and I'm literally going to sit here waiting for that stuff to finish, and then I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, right now, I feel like I have no problems. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for this thing to be done. Compiling autosave. Cool.
Hi, Amy. I wanted to talk to you about a special project. Is this a good time?
Of course, Elia. I would
Sure.
be glad to
Give me a
help.
special project.
Great. I've been carefully monitoring the colonists' mental state since we arrived. You'd think the hardest part of coming here would be missing friends and family back home. But actually, it's the constant confinement. Between the habitats and the spacesuits, we're all feeling closed in. Too long like this, and I'm afraid we'll end up succumbing to hysteria like the Kosmicheski Moloch crew. The engineers alerted me to a method of raising the atmospheric pressure of Mars quickly, so we can eventually go outside without our suits. We can build a special rocket to aerobrake an iced methane asteroid into the atmosphere. It's a reliable way to import CO2 and thicken the atmosphere. We'd get to 300 millibars in no time. What do you think? The colonists want to give it a try. I'll create a new directive for you.
Isn't that
so you
what
can
I'm
begin
already
the
doing?
project, okay? It'd really help the morale around here. Think about it. Elia out.
Aerobrake a methane asteroid. Aerobrake a methane asteroid. See what I mean by I'm just like, oh, you want me to do exactly what I'm doing? Got it. Cool. Great. I'm not low on anything. I mean, technically, I am running a little low on these chemical thingies. I'm just going to go ahead and deconstruct this, deconstruct this, deconstruct this, deconstruct this, because it seems like I don't need them at all anymore. I don't know if this is going to mess up the greenhouse gas production that I needed, but temperature's rising. So, like, what I want is more structured struggle. And again, I'll compare to Factorio that says, okay, you need, like, in a really simple sense, as you are getting higher in the science packs, you have to do two different things. One, create increasingly complicated networks of how different resources intersect with each other, which is one type of problem. The second one is you need to make sure that you have literally enough stuff coming
Aerobraking
in.
a methane asteroid.
One of the big problems that I had in Factorio is I set everything up, and then I tried to set up for phase 2 and 3 of science, and I just didn't have enough raw iron and raw copper coming in. So then I had to figure out how to get enough of that in. The best way to do that was with trains, which was its own little problem. I'm not feeling
Will be a
constricted
great
enough.
method for producing CO2 into the atmosphere.
All right. Durbrick Action says, I think it would also help if the colonists died when low on food/water rather than just leaving. If they leave or if they die, I mean, it's like, if the number goes down, you know what happens? This research is a little slower and invariable anyways. Charles says, is it maybe a problem where this seems inspired by a board game, Terraforming Mars, where these sorts of waiting periods are just progressing to the next turn, which only takes seconds? I don't think it is a turn-based versus real-time thing, because the comparison I would make is that if... Let me use a really nice example from Settlers of Catan. Because in Settlers of Catan, one of the things that happens in the game naturally is that it's very, 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 very difficult for you to ever have access to all 5 resources, which means you then have to trade. And then because everyone else also probably needs to trade, you wind up competing with other people for the same resource because you really want it, because there's both literal scarcity and you need variety. There's 2 different types of scarcity. There's both, if wood is being rolled, not that much wood is getting generated, period. And 2, it's rare that each person is getting a wood in that game. And so if in Settlers of Catan, if every single turn, this sometimes happens when you're at like 8 victory points and you have a lot of settlements, you actually can generate all 5 resources and you no longer need to trade, and you're just hoping for good rolls, and you're just passing the turn. You know, and that's, you're just moving along. People are like, oh shit, Jerry's gonna win. And imagine if in this turn-based Terraforming Mars example using Chartle, if as you pass the turn, you just always got everything you needed. And I want to stress that I want problems. I want stuff going wrong that's making me work around them. Because, I mean, even with these resources...
Great. Now I can examine those nuclear silos. Well, I mean the colonists can. If all their blueprints and materials are there, we could pick up where their mission left off.
Blah.
I wonder what other secrets this planet is hiding.
Like, there's these numbers, but it's not exactly clear to me... Nice. It's not exactly clear to me what is specific about any particular one. As an example, in Factorio, you start off, and let's say you're... I'm just going to make up the resources. Let's say for each 1 iron that you are getting in, you can produce 2 cogs. And so if there's something that needs... let's say needs exactly 1 cog to make a nice item. Will you have 1 factory that will take 1 iron turn into 2 cogs? So for every 1 of those cog generating structures, you can have 2... I'm saying that wrong. Let me try to actually make a good example. I'm going to make a... this is a little inaccurate example for any of you that play Factorio, but here's the example that I'm going to use. There is a factory that every time it receives 1 copper, it poops out 5 copper wires. Right? And again, these numbers are not accurate to Factorio, but it'll make sense, right? So every 1 second, it gets 1 copper, and it produces 5 wires. So every 1 second, 1 in, 5 out, 1 in, 5 out, 1 in, 5 out. You have another factory that each second it can eat in 1 copper wire and poop out 1 electronic circuit. With this setup, you would have one of the factories taking in 1 copper and making 5 wires, and then you'd have 5 factories that could each take in one of those wires and produce one of these circuits. So suddenly, you are aware of this kind of ratio action happening, where you're seeing 1 come in, 5 come out. And then you're seeing 5 go in and 5 come out. And it makes you really aware of sort of simple optimizations that you're going to make. Like this idea of 1 to 5 ratioing. So for instance, if in this game, I was constricted enough that, let's say, each colony required exactly 1 water extractor. And let's say I have that number awareness. Now, where would I get this number awareness? Restriction, problems, issues. Food factory. I need more food. And I was talking about this before, that I feel like the difference between... Man, my brain is really struggling today. I like to state a measurement for me as a person when I'm liking stuff that has to do with the numbers. I like it when a lot versus a little turns into specific numbers like 1, 5, 10, 20, this sort of thing. Because right now, I went, oh, I needed CO2. All right, I'm going to build, I don't know, a lot of greenhouse things. Oh, I'm low on food, so I'm going to build more food factories. And that's it. Just more. Just more. Because right now, I feel like...
If we are able to use Huo Long's nuclear weapons, we must be very... This kind of tech... I have not decided... I better put... I should...
Okay. So Jamatsu says, in later parts of the game, the amount of resources needed becomes much higher, and you're forced to expand out across the planet for more resources. But again, that's... this is the thing that I'm kind of struggling with, is it just seems like my goal is just more, right? Like I have stopped all resource gathering. I've completely stopped all resource gathering. I'm sorry, not resource gathering. I have stopped all production of new mines to do stuff. And if I were, like, playing this for real, like, trying as hard as... Well, actually, I should say, if I wasn't so leaned out, I would be just spamming on a grid these worker nodes, building on top of every single thing, kind of willy-nilly. I would just be building everything everywhere that I could, just getting more. I don't know, I feel I'm kind of belaboring this point, but still, I'm trying to just articulate why I'm not feeling as engaged right now when I was at the very, very start of the game. And it sounds like there is some future part of the game that really ramps up into cool, sick decision-making. And that's... I feel like this is the simulation games version. Wow, my power is very, very barely doing it. Alright, nice. And cool. You guys done yet? I feel like this is the simulation games version of World 1 was awesome, World 2 was awesome, World 3 was actually so tedious. It was hard for me to get to World 4. And World 4 and 5 and 6 are incredible. Alright. Let's do this, because whatever.
The mission considerably. Should I reconsider?
No.
This technology is dangerous. Melting the poles so drastically may have consequences that we have not considered.
So we need another base thing. Alright, so, I mean, like, okay, I need another starport. Alright, let's build another, oops. Build another spaceport. So you build a spaceport, like somewhere. I don't know. Here's fine. What's the next factory? So then I go down to structures, and I do all. Can I just select all? Alright, select. So you select all of them that can be upgraded and upgrade them. Yeah, I mean, like, why am I upgrading them?
The first of many. It is.
Ay. Alright. And I probably need a... What's factory is... I don't know why it keeps highlighting that. Okay. So this one is... Yeah, so, like, again, I'm waiting for this methane thing to land for me to get more millibars. Meteor shower approaching? Alright. Yeah, I mean, I think that what's happening is that this game has an excellent first 2 hours, and depending upon the order that you do things in, you can have an excellent late game, and it's this mid game that feels a little bit sagging. So B-Town Pro says, haha, randomly clicking research doesn't seem engaging. I feel like some of that is okay. Like, for instance, in
Space
Factorio.
technology is truly groundbreaking.
I feel like in Factorio there were times when I'm like, I guess I gotta research these 6 things that I'm not interested in right now, and we'll eventually get to Science Pack 3 with them. You know. I think that some of that's fine. I think that, again, the bigger thing is that in something like Factorio, I'm like, alright, look, just start researching that because I have this huge problem where I'm trying to automate tank shell production so that I can make a tank so I can clear out this biter nest and this biter nest to build a base here, but then I also need to make sure that I have enough resources to build turrets. Like, there's problems. And I'm kind of just repeating myself at this point. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would describe this as like a 4. How do we actually aero brake? We're in the process. Right now, the aero braking will be done in about a few months.
This is Houston. The meteor shower appears to be over. Please give us a status update.
My plans did not work out exactly as expected, but the result...
This.
are positive. The base is secured.
Like, nothing happened with that meteor shower.
All you
See
need
what I
is
mean?
more experience. You will do better next time.
Next time?
Until Mars builds up an atmosphere to counteract the meteors, you may be encountering these regularly. You cannot let this derail the mission. So stay alert.
Roger. I understand.
Back to your terraforming duties then. Houston out.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know, I kind of feel like there's these layers of decision-making and thinking where, like, there's this high-levelness to... You know, I'm going to use Dota because I'm really excited about the Dota patch. But, like... I don't care. I'm going to stop this. You know, I think I'm actually going to quit. I think I'm good on the game right now because I think that I keep not getting to the next thing. Then I think I'm actually just gonna call it early because, man, I just did not sleep well last night. We did a bit of a longer stream yesterday, and I guess I've actually only not been on air in 1 day in December, so that's probably a little bit of contributing factor. Josh says, I for one appreciate Sean's suffering. Oh, let me actually clarify something right now. I found the last 2 hours really, really, really compelling. despite the fact that I was not enjoying the stuff as much as the first 2 hours. And the reason I found it compelling is I was having what I would describe as like a 9 out of 10 experience for the first 2 hours, and then I had what felt like a 5 out of 10 experience with people in chat saying, yeah, no, I had this kind of happen too, and later on it gets good. So overall, that kind of makes it feel promising to me. And the thing that I encountered, I don't even think is some sort of fundamental flaw to the game either, because I literally had a good 2 hours. And I think the thing that makes it really engaging and compelling for me is that when I'm experiencing media, and when I'm like playing with media, or experiencing media, whether it be like passively sitting or playing or reading or whatever, I actually kind of like terrible experiences. As in, if I watch a movie and I'm like, I actually don't like this story at all, I find it interesting to try to think about why. What is it that's going on? And I'm finding it very interesting to try to articulate what the heck is going on for me. And I think that I'm going to ramble for a little bit to try to think aloud, really. And then we're going to circle back to what I think is the thing that's going on here. So if I take Dota or League of Legends, and I'm going to use, common concepts from these games, and hopefully you've played or at least absorbed enough of the language of MOBAs to know what I'm talking about. But if you take something like in Dota, there is a really second-to-second, I'm going to call this a zoomed-in level of action of last hitting and hitting your abilities. So this would be something like, last hitting, but also like trying to time a spell that hits all the creeps so that you last hit all of them. Or trying to land a stun to hit this hero. Or seeing their hero walk here and you go, uh-oh, and you run your hero away. It's a very zoomed in level of activity. And then there is a slightly higher level that's not as zoomed in, that's like, we want to push this wave. Meaning, we want to kill the creeps as fast as possible. As opposed to waiting and not hitting them at all, and then just going in for the low-level last hit there, right? So again, last hitting is the low-level, like second-to-second thing. Slightly above is like the 20 to 30-second action. Oh, what do I want to do in the next 30 seconds? I want to push the wave. Boom, you go right back into the minute actions, right? And I could go up and state an even higher level of things, like we want to try to knock down two of these towers by 15 minutes, right? We can go up a little bit, but I only really care about these two layers right now. And I feel like a lot of the games I really like, or just a lot of the games that are popular, kind of have these two types of things. So, in a shooter, it might be literally moving, aiming, and shooting, right? Is your super lowest level thing. And the higher level thing is like general, I want to go from this angle and pick off this player here, right? It's just a little bit of the tactical above layering. Or in StarCraft, like, I am building a worker, building a unit, building a worker, building a unit, telling structures to make, those individual second-to-second actions, and then the higher level things is just like, I'm trying to get ready. In some of the simulation games like this that I had played before, I have these sort of like slightly longer term goals, but then I have a lot of smaller management zoom in tasks to look at. And when I'm missing this, I tend to not really feel as engaged in a second-to-second sense. And I think a good example of this is Heroes of the Storm. In Heroes of the Storm, you don't really need to ever last hit with any hero in the game. With, like, a notable exception I'll bring up in a second. You just need to blow up the wave as fast as possible because you only have this really mid-level goal of push the wave. There's a hero that I like to play in Heroes of the Storm that does want to last hit. Named Asmodan. And I love Asmodan last hitting. It makes that feel a little bit more engaging for me. Now, Heroes of the Storm does have the placement of abilities to actually fight other people, and there's a lot more fighting in Heroes of the Storm, in a sense as a replacement for the last hitting. But just with respect to last hitting, I only have this sort of higher level, just push as fast as you can and not the smaller things. So when I'm playing this game, I kind of had this, okay, my mid-level thing is make the terraforming, or make the... I can't remember what it was. I guess it was like make the worker production facility. And then I started to look at all these various resources that I had and was trying to order how I wanted to make which structure in which order in which placement, and I'm looking at how my workers move around, I'm trying to optimize that. And often in a lot of these simulation games, the larger you get, you start not worrying about this problem as much. So for instance, figuring out, let's say you are playing a game where iron is a resource you can collect. You're trying to really figure out how you want to spend your iron. Do I want to get this first, and then this second, and this third? Or do I want to get this first and this second, and then come back and then do this 1, 2, 3 next? You wind up with this sort of thing, and then you actually hit an inflection point where you don't need to worry about iron. You have effectively infinite iron. But I still feel like there needs to be another new sort of mini problem there. And that's where the lean out moment came from. There were not challenging problems that I had to constantly work for. I just had like infinite resources, and what I was doing was waiting. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think that there's a certain type of player mindset where you're inventing your own goals and you're trying to sprint off towards them. So I'm playing Minecraft and I see that cliff and I want to build a castle on there, and I'm just imagining my castle and coming up with my own goal, and I'm going for that, right? There's still the creation of the goal and the pursuit of it, but the player's creating it. And in this game, maybe what one might say is, well, Sean, you're supposed to want to expand all over the map. But for me, I kind of want this... I'm the sort of player that does want a little bit more clarity to the set of problems I'm overcoming on the way to my goal. And I keep bringing up Factorio because I think that it does that well. Where when you're playing, you just realize I literally need twice as much iron as I am mining from this whole node, so I need to go way the hell over there to get that iron. Right? So suddenly I have a clear problem that I'm trying to overcome, just getting enough iron in to get to my other, gameplay goal of improving in Science Pack. And then still, I have this little tedious, ultra short-term action of placing conveyor belts in an exact way and placing the buildings in an exact way and going, okay, I need 2 of these, and 2 of these will produce enough for 6 of these because there needs to be a 1-to-3 ratio in there. I want struggle and pain and drama and all this sort of stuff. It sounds like there's maybe some of that. What happens in the late game? What happens in the late game of those games? What even is? What even is, my friends? I want to see something. Is it true that I've streamed every day in December except one? Wow, yeah. Snar says regret mostly. Yeah, okay, so this is... Frostpunk is a great example. In Frostpunk, I was constantly running out of one kind of resource. And a really, really, really common thing that happens in simulation games is that you have a resource balancing act where you're trying to get enough food to support your workers. And hey, now I have enough food for all my workers. And this is great. But oh shit, I actually need to make a tailor to be able to make clothes so my workers can survive through the winter. I'm referencing Banished, obviously. So maybe I can cut a bunch of food production and then make everyone focus on tailoring, and maybe that'll do it, and then you kind of wind up with these and big problems that emerge from that. But then eventually I played Banished enough to where I just always had the good balance and there was no problems. Frostpunk takes that resource balancing that goes on, and it just constantly throws wrenches in you. Or it throws wrenches in your plans. It throws wrenches into your body. Constantly throws wrenches into the plans by just saying 30 colonists have just showed up. And if you say, turn them away, that has consequences that changes your plans. And if you accept them, that has consequences that changes your plan. And I found that when I was playing Frostpunk, though when I got to the end of, like, the 8 to 12-ish hour experience, however long it wound up being, when I got to the end of it, I went, nice. I got my gameplay experience, and I'm done. And I might reopen it in a year and just relive through that experience, but I liked it. I liked the entire 8 to 12 hours. I didn't have that sort of sit-back thing. I think the only times when I really enjoy that sort of sit-back moment where I'm like, no more problems, is when there's a power trip payoff. So here's Might and Magic 2 is a great example. There's a lot of struggles of how do I want to order this thing and move this hero there, and these supply chain issues, and oh my god, they're cutting off my resources. But then you actually hit a turning point where you're just so powerful, you're just chasing them down and shitting on them on the very first turn of every battle, and you're just like, ha ha ha, you cannot stand in my way. There's an actual power trip. But here, my reward was waiting. Here's my reward was waiting. Unquibby says, Factorio is such an amazing game, but the problems actually can be too much and make me not want to play it sometimes. Yeah, I sort of felt a little bit of that too. I felt a little bit of that too when I was playing Factorio, where I kind of had this reaction of, oh, Jesus, well, we're 3 hours into a 6-hour stream. All right, let's go. And then after another 30 minutes, I'd be back and be really, really into it. Yeah, see, DB Cause says, yeah, like when you need a lot more copper and you need to spend 2 hours making new mining sites. Yeah, see, I like that problem. Or I like that relationship between the problem and the goal, where it's like, all right, here's my goal. Let's work on this. Work on it, 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 work on it. 3 hours pass. Done. Ah, cool. I had a successful 3 hours. What's the next thing to do? Think of a new thing. Work on it, work on it, work on it. Loop ad infinitum. I don't really know. I don't have offhand solutions for this, but I mean, I've actually talked a little bit to friend Eric about this. About the idea of a lot of city building simulation resource management games. Say, here's exactly what a power plant does. Here's exactly what an iron mine does. Here's exactly what a colony does. It's the same way every single time. But what if, as you were playing, you kind of had like what a card game has? Like in a card game, you have, here is a 1/1 that gives you spell damage. Here is a 2/2 that doesn't give you spell damage. Here's a 0/5 that gives you +2 spell damage. You know, you kind of have these variants of stats being there. Like, what about a super efficient mine that's just amazing at collecting copper? And in this particular scenario, you get one of those. And you can also build another one that is sort of like a mining house, where people live above the mine. It's not as efficient, but it also has some population to it, you know, that sort of thing. Like, I think that you can kind of do the Slay the Spire type thing, where you have a small number of concepts, mix and match them into different cards with different qualities, and now your skill in the game is getting good at using the tools of the city building that this particular scenario gave you to overcome. EK Hawkman says, hey, all back for a bit. How far did we get? We got to the point where we were bringing asteroids into the atmosphere to explode into increased pressure, and I mean, I was just waiting around so much. I was at like 16x, just waiting, and I just sort of was like, I want more problems and challenges and clarity as to what I'm supposed to be doing outside of literally waiting for stuff to finish, and it felt like I had infinite of all resources. And that's it. So I'm actually going to close out for the night. And the next few days are going to be a little weird in terms of scheduling, because apparently the Dota patch drops tomorrow, according to the Dota Twitter. Purge is going to be doing a patch review through some time tomorrow, and I am going to wait to play first with Purge when he's done with his patch review. So that might mean a 1 p.m. start, it might mean a 3 p.m. start, it might mean we play on Friday instead. And then I hope to do an end-of-the-year AMA this year, as we've done for the past few years. I have no idea how dramatic or not dramatic the patch will be, but we're going to give it a go. And that's all. Hope you have a good day. Oh, and let's not forget, I'm going to be casting the Team Liquid Star League on Saturday. You should tune into that. Oh yeah, bye everyone. Much love.